Hey there. Today we're going to review the IX 3880 Heavy Wrecker. Now this truck is very useful when it comes to lifting things with a crane. It's got a good strong crane and it works really well. But we're going to put it through an obstacle course and see how well it does at getting around. Because it does have a long wheelbase and it's got a lot of exposed belly there, and it's going to get hung up on a lot of things. Doesn't have much ground clearance. So let's see if we can go through the dip. Well, we got through the first part, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to have to... Can we aim at those trees over there? There we go. What's going on with that? Okay, we finally got out of the hole. So it failed the dip test. Well, I mean, I guess it passed the fact that it didn't dig in with the front end, but it got hung up on the belly out. So it's got good front angle of approach, but it's got poor belly exposure there. But some will say this isn't meant for climbing mountains, right? But if your truck is flipped over on the side of the mountain or whatever it is you got to go rescue, this truck has to be able to get there. You might end up taking a P12 Max with a crane on it because that thing will go anywhere. But here we are testing this. Handles nice. Now, there's another thing I noticed is that it takes up a lot more megabytes of RAM than what it says it does. So, you won't be able to fit this, you know, even though it might be 4 times smaller on the printing than, say, something else that'll fit. This one's got, takes up way more space than what it says it does on your RAM, on your consoles. Okay, so it didn't tip over, so that's good. And because it takes up so much space on the consoles, oh, would you look at that. I don't have this truck on my fleet anymore, just because it takes up too much space. And when you gotta start trimming off ones to make room, this is the one that took up the most room. So. Even though it said it, I was able to fit 2 that were 4 times bigger in size than this, what it said it was. So I think there's definitely a misprint on how much size it takes. So I totally expect that it's going to get hung up here as well. Yep. And like going into low range diff lock won't change anything. If your tires aren't touching, they're not touching. So we'll move that back there. We'll hook onto a tree and pull. So it'd be good if we had a little more ground clearance with this truck, because it is super handy. It is unfortunate that we don't have more ground clearance though. So the big reason I don't have it in my fleet anymore is not because of the ground clearance issue is because we only have so much space on the consoles, and this one takes up a lot more space than it says it does. But it is a fantastic truck for craning. It's a great looking truck, and as long as you're not trying to go over a lot of situations where you're going to get hung up on stuff with the low belly there, you can actually make good use of this truck. So I do like the truck. I just don't have room for it on the limited amount of memory that I've got in my console. So I'm sure a lot of other people are in the same situation on the consoles. But it is a good truck. Just needs a little bit more ground clearance on the bottom there. So have a good day.